Hi, everyone. I'm David Wofsy. I'm the Dean of Admissions. Thanks for coming, and thanks for your continuing interest in UCSF. I should start by acknowledging this is not the accepted students program we had hoped for, and I imagine it's not the accepted student program you had hoped for. But the fact is that the loss of an in-person program is a small hardship for us compared to the hardship so many people are experiencing these days. So I do want to begin first by acknowledging that and by saying that if any of your families have been severely impacted by COVID-19, and I expect that some of you have been impacted, please accept my sincere best wishes and hopes for much better times ahead for all of us. I met most of you during your interview days. If I was out of town on the day you interviewed, I'm happy to have the chance to say to you now what I said to the others on interview day. I really want you to come here. That said, I'm not here to give you a sales pitch, and I hope you'll believe that. This is not the time for it, and my experience tells me that it wouldn't matter anyway. In ordinary years, most students tell me after the fact that they had already made up their minds before attending Accepted Students Weekend. They didn't come to be convinced. They came to meet their classmates, to interact with our students, and to feel the excitement of their outstanding achievement. I'm very sorry we cannot provide that experience for you, but we'll do our best to connect you to each other and to our students through the offerings that we've developed for this year. Now, some of you may truly be undecided, and we'll certainly do our best to help you. I'm happy to communicate individually with any of you if you think that might be helpful, but my guess is that your decision will ultimately hinge on information from our students, or maybe issues of financial aid or other unique personal factors, not on anything I say. So I hope you will view these brief comments as a pep talk, not a sales talk. The fact is, there are a lot of great medical schools in this country. Generally speaking, they're more alike than different, and you would be well served at any of them, certainly at any school that you're still considering on April 15th. But here are a few things that we think we do especially well. First, this is the most diverse student body among the top medical schools, and it matters. It informs the dialogue on this campus. It informs the curriculum, and it informs the social scene. Most of all, it fulfills our compact to serve all of the people of California. This is a public school that is proud of its public mission. Second, UCSF is the only school in the country that is consistently ranked in the top 10 in primary care and basic biomedical research, and we are in the top 5 in both, and it's not an accident. We value them equally, and we believe that the combination makes each stronger than it could possibly be alone. We work at it, and that sense of shared values and equal importance is evident everywhere you look at UCSF, and it starts with who's in the class. Third, there has been an increased climate of student activism on this campus in recent years, and we welcome it. We are proud that UCSF students launched the White Coats for Black Lives movement that has become an important national force. But we're also proud that our students have had the courage to make us look at ourselves and have challenged us to make big changes, not just cosmetic changes. In recent years, students have prompted substantial changes in our curriculum, our approach to scholarships, and our system of grading. It has not always been easy for the school to accept those challenges, but we know it makes us better. I truly believe that students at UCSF are treated with greater respect than students at most other medical schools. And as a result, they have a greater influence on what we do. Fourth, you will have a true state-of-the-art curriculum in terms of content, clinical exposure, and technologic support. Our curriculum underwent a major modernization 4 years ago. The first group to experience the entire new curriculum will graduate next month. They have helped us work out most of the kinks, and you will be the beneficiaries of their creative input. To the extent that you may find more kinks, and I don't doubt that you will, you can count on us to welcome your input too. Fifth, and perhaps most importantly, you will love your classmates, and we trust and certainly hope that you will love your faculty too. I don't think it's necessary for me to talk for a long time. That's probably not what you're looking for, but given the current unprecedented circumstances, I thought you might be interested in a brief report on what's happening in San Francisco right now, and specifically what's been happening at UCSF. We have been very fortunate in the Bay Area, and particularly in San Francisco, to have had fewer COVID-19 cases than we expected, and fewer than other major cities experienced. It will take time to fully understand all of the factors that led to such disparate outcomes among different cities. Luck probably played a big role in our good fortune, so we should be humble and grateful and not too proud. But beyond our good luck, many other factors undoubtedly contributed. The academic and business communities collaborated early and effectively with local and state government to ensure that our response was coordinated and was based on sound public health expertise. It turns out that those relationships and that expertise matters, and they are likely to matter to you when you are here, even if we cannot now anticipate exactly how. The result was that the Bay Area was the first area in the country to shelter in place. Even before that happened, many of our largest employers were actually encouraging workers to work from home. UCSF did it to the extent possible, but also Google, Apple, Twitter, Salesforce, and many biotech companies. We were just fortunate in this area that so many of our employers could handle remote working arrangements so well. All of that bought UCSF time, and the time was used well. Everybody helped, including students who actually played a very pivotal role in acquiring personal protective equipment for hospital workers. Wards were repurposed for COVID-19 patients before they even arrived. Research labs were entirely redirected to produce diagnostic tests that were developed and implemented within a week. Faculty, students, and staff at all levels contributed to a remarkable transformation of our hospitals to protect workers and provide the highest quality of care. As of last night, there had still only been 15 COVID-related deaths in San Francisco, and incredibly, only one at UCSF Medical Center. I should also mention something that you're probably not expecting to hear from me. I've not mentioned Stanford as part of the Bay Area response, so let me be explicit. Their efforts have also been extraordinary and have contributed to the better outcome in this area. So for those of you who may be deciding between UCSF and Stanford, I have nothing but good things to say about them. Often on interview days, I mention my pride in UCSF's response to the AIDS epidemic and my belief that we are at our best when the stakes are highest. We now know that this is not just our history. This is who we are. Pretty soon I'm going to turn you over to our students, but before I do that, I would like to make a few personal observations about what I think people most want in a medical school. These observations reflect in part my own experience as a medical student and as a medical applicant, and in part many conversations I've had over the years with applicants who are trying to decide. There are a lot of things that prospective medical students hope will be true of their medical school experience, but three common ones clearly stand out. You want to learn to be the best doctor or the best scientist you can be. You want to get the residency of your choice. And you want your time in medical school to be a happy time. We take each of these goals very seriously. First, with regard to the quality of your education, it is our reputation within the academic medical community that our graduates are best prepared for residency. It's the truth, and it's a great reputation to have. In addition, we now have fresh data from our current graduating class to demonstrate that the Bridges curriculum has prepared them for residency even better than before. Second, because of our reputation for clinical training, our graduates typically have great success in their residency applications. We are not the only school where the name of the school enhances your chances at the residency level. There are a handful of others, but we're one of them. This year, 75 of our graduates matched in primary care programs, 85 in specialty programs, and fortunately for us, 1/3 of our graduates, 57 students, matched at UCSF and will be staying here. And finally, let me say a few words about happiness. No one should underestimate the importance of personal happiness during medical school. These will be 4 or more years of your life. We will have failed you in a big way if these are not enjoyable and rewarding years. It matters to us, and we will do everything we can to help make it so. I think that's all I have to say, except to express my sincere thanks to the many UCSF students who somehow found the time to help us create this year's program and to help you decide. And especially thanks to Helen Chung, who you probably already know cares deeply about you and has worked so hard to provide this year's unconventional program. Congratulations to all of you, not just for your acceptance to UCSF, but for all of your acceptances. I know you will be successful wherever you go.